Yo, yo, what is going on, mi gente? Today we are jumping back into our tech house from scratch, part 5. And so today we're going to be getting into the second half of our song, getting into the part B section, the part C, and slowly making that transition into the second half of the song. So let's go. All right, so we're jumping back into it. Left off on the build-up on the last vid, and so we were vibing. Had a really good structure going on with our build-up, build snare, build vocal going into here. So it's continue on going into our part, continuing off where we left in the part B and getting this arrangement a little bit more intact. All right, so I'm gonna finish that little vocal chop section we had here, and then, so what I want to do here, obviously we have pretty much the nucleus of our song here in our drop. And so it's what I love, starting on the drop section, so then you can just continue on and start extracting your idea. You already have most of it intact. And so now we're just going to think of in segments of 4-bar, 8-bar phrases. And so part C is going to continue on that 41 section here. And so now we introduced a new element, part B, with that vocal chop. I'd like to introduce another new element, keep it going with that vocal chop. And so I'm thinking maybe, like a drone shot maybe, or something that's kind of tenseful. Maybe even like a drum, like shakers, or even like a ride potentially could work too. So let's see what I'm thinking. I think shakers would be a little bit too soft for this style. I think maybe the rides just might be in our answer here. So let's see what we got here, staying in that same ecosystem that we had. Evo sounds, disco, get it. And let me just go to ride. The character one's cool. I'm looking for anything too busy. Maybe the tight 808 one could work too. So let's see. Get a ride going. That's kind of where I like it, right? Sitting back there. So what I want to do is also give this a little bit of a pumping effect. It feels like it has a little bit. I want to just give it the one that is more in the groove of our song that we're vibing. So let me get that. Borrow this guy from the bass. Put that in here. Safekeepings for the housekeepings. EQ. Make sure we got the no lows on there. And just a little, right? You don't want to like completely cut out everything. Sometimes leaving that natural low and just a little depends, where you're at, contextually in your mix. If you have a bass that's got, low end that you're cutting off, be cautious with that if you want to keep that in the, your mix. But with like rides and stuff like that, you don't think it's going to hear too much of a difference. So we can sweep this away to clean that away, but still I want to keep a little bit of that, that ride organic feel in there too. So let's make sure big difference, yeah. So let me get that pumping effect with this. All right. And so I'm thinking maybe you could, I know we got a set, but even like a rave stab maybe. Let me see if there's even something we could use in the this is a sample pack that we got. Just feel like to kind of fill it in a little bit more, just a bit, because we have. So an exception for this one, we're going to pull it out of the poppy trance ecosystem, but not really in that same ecosystem, but in the same evolution of sound, but something kind of ravey, something in that rave shot. And that's kind of like a saw, sawtooth, if you want to think of more like in the wavetable structure. So just rave, stab, and just find a pocket for it. Really, that's what I'm looking for. Well, maybe right there, right? And so that's what I'm trying to fill it, something like that. And so key F minor. Make sure we got. Make sure we got that right note on there. Tune around there, make sure we're in the right note. Just want to make sure. Well, you know about that one. That's tough. So if it's a C, let's see. let's see. C sharp, D sharp, E, F. Yeah, I think that's right. It kind of changes almost. I might actually not have to use this one. Let's see where we're at. Let's just go back to kick and bass and maybe just keep it there so we don't get too lost with this. So loops. Bro, that's kind of what I'm looking for right here. Right here. That's what I'm looking for with that. Like this. Okay. D sharp, E, F. Keep that in that octave maybe. So, all right. Maybe here. So let's see if I got one with a longer tail. Ooh, that one's fire. Let's see. So what's cool is like now that we have this in the same root note, what we can do is find different pockets for it. I don't want to kill it. Yeah, check that. Yeah, maybe I like that one a little bit. Yeah. And we'll just let that ride out the whole way. I don't want to, obviously, like I said, kill it. So we'll move it all across the part C section, what we have here. And so after we do that, I think that now puts us back where we're at in C here. All right, cool. And so now what I want to do is here start slowly. We've reached our peak of our song. Now I want to start slowly going down to see, you know, where we're getting back into our second half of our song, into the breakdown, our second breakdown we'll have here. So same thing, guys. Collapse everything that we have here. Oops. And I'm just going to duplicate this. Oops. C was right here, bro. There we go. Duplicate that. Make sure the lock button is off. And so now this will be kind of like our start cooling down a little bit. And so now what we'll do here, after we start cooling down, we can start taking things away rather than adding elements of what we have here. So first thing I'm taking away here is ride. That's has its position here and it's done what it needs to do. And so now we start taking things away. And so what I'm thinking now is like for the breakdown, I don't want to completely take everything away. I want to still have elements there, kick at least minimum, filtered kick, maybe filtered drums for that matter, but I don't want to extract everything and just have like bare bones with just a bass. I feel like that would just suck out all the energy of the song. So let me start crippling the song here a little bit. And so like we did in the intro, start with these perks, these little bells and whistles in between. And then now, same thing with our, like the vocal chop, done, gotta go. That's done its thing for its period of time. The synth loops. Okay, cool. So I want to go revisit this bass here a little bit too, because now, since this cooldown section here, we start taking things away. We can maybe story tell a little bit with our bass. The least we could do is maybe the filter cutoff, what we've done here with this bass that we have. So let's keep that. Actually, now maybe what we could do is keep it a little bit more on the subbier. So what I'm thinking is so for the drop, maybe what we could do is, because I want to keep this a little bit more subby on the cooldown section here to start reducing the frequencies and the bass, because this bass is fire. We're using it. We could probably even like have this cutoff, do like a calm response with the cutoff as well too. Let me see if that would work in here. So maybe here, do that. Maybe not. Would it be the same if we did the bounce? Like right here, let's see. So still take away. Come on. Would be great if you could just delete. Hey. So what we could do is, here we go. Maybe something like that. Let me get the warp, dude. Frequency, here we go. So something like that. A little bit of a call and response with that bass cut off. So let me see. So we're going to go roll with that one. We're going to, instead of having that bass shot hit every 8 bars, it's going to hit every 4 bars because now we can call and response a little bit more appropriately with this bass cutoff. And so let's see. Actually, before I even consolidate I don't really need to consolidate the bass shots, just more of this. Yeah, this is, we'll rename this one drop bass. That. So make sure we duplicate it, lock button off, so we keep all those automations intact. So same thing with these bass shots. Carry all that over all the way to probably the cooldown section here too. It depends what we're gonna do here, because this is where I'm getting at with this bass cutoff. Give a little bit of love to these storytelling and these automations. So then, you know, it tells such a difference when it's by itself. Maybe you can have a whole different pattern, a whole different rhythm, A, B, C, kind of whatever you want to do with those column responses. So. All right, let it roll higher for the. Okay, so now, this is what I said, now we can kind of do a little bit of more of a... Now, cool down a little bit, change. So what we can do with this vocal now, because we're going to switch this second half, keep that vocal intact. I don't want to take that vocal completely away here, so we can see what we do here with this build section here. At least just more of the vowel repeating section here. I don't think I'm even use all of that. Yeah, so what we'll do here is take the filter off, all that automation. Okay, so now I'm realizing too, this vocal maybe could be pitched. I mean, obviously we haven't got to that point of like fixing the vocal and pitching it, but there is obviously, you know, a way to have to pitch correct the vocal with that. So what we could do is I want to just shift this ever so slightly. Whoop. Okay, cool. So once I got that, I'll copy that first one, consolidate that.
Body rock, blow your
So this will be the. So I could probably get away with doing the bonus speakers and the just kind of do that every. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so that'll be cool. That'll be cool. All right. So. Yeah, so what I want to do is take away all those instruments here and start building that tension here. I was going to filter them, but now it creates such a difference when you take them away and keep them on. we've already done all that too much, so now we need to take it away, and so now we can. So we probably even delay this a little bit more. Take the snap grid off. See if I can. There we go. So a little bit more of that groove. That's more intact. So keep that. And so I want to just keep it filtered. Like, let me see what it sounds like with shaved without the highs shaved off. I don't think I'm gonna like it too much, but let's see what we can do to at least so when the buildup comes, we can bring it back down. Let's see.
Blow your speaker, shake the block. Blow your speaker, shake the block.
Okay, so yeah, maybe just let it ride all the way with the highs on there. It's not hurting too much at the moment, because then when the buildup comes, we can, like I said, take it away and then maybe introduce a new element there for that second build, synth, riser, something of that sorts to kind of create that tension again. That's a little bit different than the first half. So let's kind of recap what we did here for the second half, or the continuous of the drop. We have here, got a ride. Same thing with this one. I feel like we could have a little bit more of a. You know what we could do as well too for the final two. Yeah, we could maybe do that. Let's see here, because we haven't put any of that vocal in here. So let's see here what we can do for just kind of glue that drop in with the vocals here. Because what I'm thinking is, well, we'll bring in this vocal here and then remove the frequencies of the low end back on those fills. I'm sorry, the fills of the very end of the 8 bars. Same thing with the kick. Turn it on. Yeah, it kind of sucks in the energy and then brings it back. So I love doing that either on like the final 4 kicks or the final 2 kicks. Let's make sure there we go. There we go. Fire. So we'll just do that all the way through the drop as well too. So maybe what we could do is actually remove the drums. So then when the second half comes, we bring them back. Does that make sense? Sucking them back in and bringing it back out for those drums. Let's see if just the kick and the bass by itself. That's always a great option to have. It's actually, believe it or not, secret. We typically do in like second drops to kind of throw that curveball at you. You could actually now do this in like a bridge, aka a cool down section, whatever you want to call this. So let's see here, instead of filtering them, we kind of remove them. So let me see what I do.
Shake, 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 shake,
Yes,
shake,
yes.
shake, shake, your speakers, shake the block.
That's fire. So I like that a lot too, because then when we can bring, like I said, the build up, bring that in for the second half and start rolling with that. So, all right, guys, awesome. So, quick recap, kind of what we did here. So, like I said, we extracted, duplicated the part B into the C and the cool down. I've introduced a ride into that C section to kind of keep the energy going. I was thinking shakers or something, maybe like a top loop, but we've already have a decent amount of synth loop balance that we have there. So maybe just a ride does enough of what we have going on with there. Bring it back, or I'm sorry, take it away. And that cool down, because then that cool down bridge, that part that's just going to connect the second half of the song, just let the kick ride with the bass with that one. So what we did is we removed all of the instruments. We removed all of the drums, and we just brought back that vocal buildup, just repeating the vowel, and cool little vocal chop that we had. Not the vocal chop, but the cool vocal one that we made in our buildup. And then we took the 8-bar arrangement, column response that we had with our basses, and made it more of like a 4-bar to storytell and automate a little bit more with our bass cutoff. It's just much more appealing than having you wait for the bass wub every 8 bars to have something going on. It's just more busy, and it's, like I said, it's more entertaining for the listener. So we let that going, and then I also increased the volume just a tad on the bass. It was like, I think, like -6. Just wanted to hear a little bit more. So it's okay now that you have a little bit of that headroom. It's okay to just do 1 or 2 dBs to match to wherever you're at with the kick. So thankfully with Ableton you have a shit ton of headroom, so it's not something you have to worry about too much. But yeah, guys, that's a recap what we have. So in the next video we will jump into the second half of our song build up and maybe get into the drop as well too. So see you in the next video.